Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick overview yet of a couple odds and ends on the car. Wanted you to be able to see that the convertible top is in good shape. You can see here that there's just the tiniest little tear there. I think that's a spot over by a seam that could be repaired if someone wanted to. I'll be quite honest with you, that was the very first time I ever even noticed that before. It gives you a good idea of the top condition. Let's go underneath the hood here too. You can see that the crate motor ZZ4 350 nestles in the engine compartment really nicely, and the previous owner who had this work done did a nice job of keeping a lot of the retro pieces intact, including the radiator overflow and the generator. There's even a Harrison aluminum radiator in the car, so it still has a real vintage look to it, with still having the added performance of having electronic ignition and the reliability. It does have a Holley 750 on it, which is just, I don't know too many people who dislike Holleys, but they're my absolute favorite. They're just a breeze to tune and get dialed in. It's a perfect fit on this ZZ4. It's also worth noting in the video here that the car is backed by a Muncie 4-speed transmission. It date codes out to a 65 or 66 model. I'm not an expert on Muncie's, but I did provide all the numbers and things like that so that the experts out there can take a peek. But I believe it might be a close ratio. I think it's an M21. You can tell in the video too of us driving the car that when you shift gears, you're right back in the power range on this car, which is definitely more indicative, to me at least, of being an M21 than a wide ratio M20. But again, we'll swing around to the passenger side. You can see too that the interior is really presentable on the car. Sorry for the sniffles here too, get a little bit of a spring cold going on. Trim is nice and bright. Not mint, you can see a couple marks and a couple touch-ups there on the console, but still very presentable. Now what I'll do is I'll pause here, and we'll do a cold start on the car and pull it back in the garage. I did push it out of the garage so that you have a good idea of how the car starts.